Hello everyone. I am so glad you have joined me today. I love sharing my ideas with you and I hope I inspire you with today's creation. This week I was inspired by a card I did for our Facebook Live on Saturday. And I had seen someone do a background stamp on a punched flower and I loved it. So I decided to try it with some of my stamps that I have. And here's the first card I tried. I used the Celebrate Sunflowers. I only used the stamped image on the inside in the envelope, but I did use the dies quite a bit. And my background stamp that I use is all wired up. So let me show you how I did this card. All right, we're going to move that out of the way. First thing I did was I took the all wired up stamp and some Bumblebee ink, and I inked this up all over, and I apologize because I know this is shaking it. I need to find another way to do this and I haven't been able to. All right, then I placed my paper on top, and what you need is you need another piece of paper over top of it, and I just grabbed a scrap paper that I had here to press down. All right, and there's my image ready to go. After I had my image done, the next thing I needed to do was to cut out my shape. So I'm going to take my shape and I'm going to use my Big Shot and cut this out. Okay, I have it cut out. The next thing I did was I took the outline stamp, or it's die, sorry, and I cut out my outline using cinnamon cider. And I'm going to show you how to put this together real quick, real easy. You have 3 petals that kind of curve up. Well, you have those same 3 petals over here. So all you have to do is to line it up and it matches perfectly. So I'm going to move that up there because I'm going to add some glue to my card, or not my card, my die cut. And I just added little tiny dots at the tips to hold it down. I didn't add anything anywhere else other than in the center. And this just helps hold it in place. So, and it doesn't take but a little tiny dot. So, you know, unless your glue bottle is almost empty, you don't even really need to squeeze it. All right, so now that I've got it, let me see. There are my, I just stuck my hand in it. I was trying to hold the sides. Okay, there are my pieces. So and then I just work my way around, and then to make sure that that glue holds well, grab a block and set it on top. While it's settling, sticking, adhering, I guess you'd say, let's put our card base together. I pulled out a piece of the Flowers for Every Season DSP, and I like this kind of striped one. So I'm going to add that to a piece of cinnamon cider, and this is going to be one of the layers for my card. You can do, I don't know, quick and easy cards that still have the wow factor to them. Okay, come over a little. I don't know if it's going to come, but it's close enough. There. I'm going to add my ribbon to that, and I used some of the cinnamon cider cotton ribbon, and I'm going to add that to my panel I just created. I don't know about you, but I have a lot of background stamps, and it's like, how else can I use them? So I thought, well, when I saw that one, it just kind of spurred me on to doing some other ideas. So I just pulled out my background stamps and some other stamps and to go with it, and decided to start creating. I will tell you, it's better if you have larger images, with a die cut, so that you don't have to spend your time fussy cutting them. So the sunflower was the first one that occurred to me would work. So I went ahead and used it. And now I sandwich my ribbon using sticky tape, double-sided tape, because you really want to make sure that that ribbon doesn't release. So use double-sided ribbon and sandwich it between the two pieces, and you'll be in good shape, and your ribbon will not come apart. All right, let's get our, got a piece of glitter on there. Let's get our card base ready to go. All right, and now I'm going to add some glue to the back of this. All right, and then this is going to go on my card front. And I do open mine up and lay it flat, so I make sure I put that panel on correctly. And I ordered the brushed metallic foil paper in the January or June to December, or July to December, the holiday catalog anyway. And I hadn't used it much, but I thought that the copper looking piece really went well with these colors. So I pulled out my Stitch So Sweetly dies, the largest scallop circle, and I cut one out. Now I had some stuff on my plate, but it's not going to really be seen because you're going to cover it up. And now I'm going to take my dimensionals, and I've got a bunch of them over here to use. Ooh, that one there. I thought I had a piece caught underneath. I've got to get the rest of them from over there. All right, so I'm gonna add these down the side. Well, that's the back that came off, but there's the dimensional. And these are the same as pop dots, so if you have pop dots, you can use those. Whatever you have. I mean, look at your stamps. See what big stamps you have with the die that would work for this technique, so to speak. I don't know what you'd call it. And then I'm also going to show you, when I use my pop dots up, I'm left with this, but I'm going to show you how to use that. I'm going to take and cut off those two ends that I'll keep. And I'm going to take this long strip and I'm going to put it right down the center. And then I've got another piece here that I'm going to do it with. And it won't be all the way down, but I'll add some dimensionals to it. This little piece right here I can add there. And then this piece is a funky shape, so what I usually take and do is I cut it off, and then I use this shape down here also. All right, so now that we have all of those put down, it's time to take our backs off and add that to our card base. So I'm going to go all the way around the edge and get those pieces off first. And I have my trash can over here. I just drop them in the trash can so that I have them. Get that one out of the way. And then I'm going to take the back off of this, and I just kind of pick at the end till it comes up. It's not hard, and then I pull it off. All right, now I've added a lot of dimension on the back of that, and I'm going to take and I'm going to put it right about there. I'm not going all the way up because I want my bow to show. So I've got my panel on, and it's time to take my sunflower. I was going to say daisy, but it's not. And I'm going to add some dimensions to the back of this also to pop it up. So I have it. All right. Get some more. I have those other ones over there that I think I'm going to use here. This is a fairly big one, so I'm going to put it right about there. Then I'm going to take this piece, cut it off, so I have it to put there. All right, I use every piece from that panel of Pop Dots. I just cut them up and use them. There's so many things you can do with them, and make sure you use them all, so I do. All right. Okay, so now it's time to add my flower. I'm going to add it like that. And then I didn't want a bow, so I decided to tie a knot for something different. Usually I do bows, but I wanted something different this time, so I went for a knot. And I did do a double knot because this cotton ribbon is really soft, and I didn't want it to come apart. All right, there. So I can trim that end and trim that end, and there it is. And then use your stamp to stamp your envelope and the inside of your card. I did a second generation stamping here, so it's light so you can write over the top. I hope I've given you some ideas with using the background stamps. Be looking for some more the rest of the week. If you like this project and want to make one yourself, there's a link for the supplies in my online store in the information section below. I would appreciate it if your order is under $150 if you use the hostess code U46QE76R. It would help me out. Have a great day.